What is going on, guys? PapaSea back with a Duel Links video for you guys, and today I'll be taking a look at the new look Counter Fairy deck, because as I'm sure you guys are aware, the new Superb Tay event gives us some new cards to play with when it comes to this archetype. If you want to call it an archetype, I don't even know what it's called. Either way, if you enjoy the content, and if you want to support the channel, make sure to leave a like down below. One like will help a long way, and I really do appreciate it. So, some of the new cards we've gotten, actually most of the new cards we've gotten really aren't that great. The only one that matters, really, right now, there's another card I'll talk about later that I think will be better in the future, and I will have some duels in this video, by the way. But Voltanis The Adjudicator, Voltanis, basically. So, 2900 attack, fairy monster, 8 stars, it's a light fairy that is relevant for later. So what is its effect? After one of your counter traps has been activated, interesting how it says 1. But anyway, after one of your counter traps has been activated and has resolved, you can tribute all monsters you control to special summon this card. Now you must have monsters on the field for this to activate. I've tested this deck. If you have no monsters on the field, obviously it doesn't work. If this card is special summoned this way, you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of fairy type monsters you tributed. Now, granted, Duel Links only has 3 zones. At the absolute most, you're only destroy 3 monsters. It's an interesting card. I feel like it's a little bit overhyped though. I think Vandalgion is better in every way, shape, and form. Vandalgion is a Yami Yugi level up reward, I believe at level 38. But basically, it's pretty standard to the old counter fairy build. You're still playing your 3 Divine Punishment because it's the best counter trap in the game. And then since there really aren't any other counter traps you can play, I'm playing the 2 Psalm Scoldings. This card's still good. It was better back in the 5000 LP meta. I really like that meta for this deck because Psalm Scolding you have to pay 3000 life points. The biggest downside of Psalm Scolding is, it's actually not the pay 3000, it's the fact that this card can only be activated if it's the only set card on your field. Or only set card in your spawn trap zone. So you're going to get a monster summon, you can get a spell effect, trap effect, very good. You pay the 3000, which can be mitigated by Meltiel, because Meltiel you can get 1000, you activate a counter trap, which is kind of nice. But you can only have this one card set, so you can't set your Divine Punishment and this. That would be so good if you could. Sadly you can. Which you can do, I guess, so you could set both and then activate Divine Punishment first. And then this later? I don't know. Also playing the 3 Zeritis, I have 3 finally. And the 2 Sanctuary in the Sky. Sanctuary in the Sky is needed because you need Sanctuary in the Sky to activate Divine Punishment. If Sanctuary in the Sky is not on the field, Divine Punishment is a useless card. Another big problem with this deck, there are times where you have Divine Punishment, but no Sanctuary in the Sky. That's why I play the 3 Zeritis. You could also play 3 of these if you want. I just think it's a little bit too crazy. I'm also playing Meltiel as my only level 4 that isn't Zeritis, basically. I'm not playing Bountiful Artemis. Bountiful Artemis is a good card. If you guys don't know what it does, when a counter trap is activated, you draw a card. Meltiel is really good because you gain the 1000 life points, and if you have Sanctioned Sky on the field, you can destroy a card opponent controls. So that's kind of the new focus of counter fairies, I guess you can say, is just destroying your opponent's monsters with Meltiel, with Voltanis. I kind of had to cut the, I think I was playing 2 Bountiful Artemis for this and for the Cards from the Sky. So what does Cards from the Sky do? It's not a new card, but I'm pretty sure it was from some event, and I think you can get it from the tickets. I think it's an R ticket. So remove from play a light fairy type monster in your hand, draw 2 cards. You cannot special summon or conduct your battle phase through after this card. So this is decent, but like, let's say you activate this card, right? And then you normal summon Meltiel, and they want to get rid of it. You can't, what am I saying? If you, you cannot special summon or conduct your battle phase. So let's say you summon Meltiel, you have this activated, and you activate a trap, you can't special summon your Vandalgion or your Voltanis, which kind of sucks. Then I'm playing the 2 Super Rush because we're playing Balance, that way you can open up with a monster spell and trap. I'm also playing 1 Wall of D. Why am I playing 1 Wall of D? There really isn't another good counter trap unless you want to discard cards, and this is a deck that you don't want to discard cards. You want to have more resources than your opponent. If you play Divine Punishment, or Divine Wrath, excuse me, you're going to discard, it's kind of bad. I have seen builds which were playing a 3rd Psalm Scolding. By the way, I saw a lot of different builds from this on the Duel Links Meta Discord server on YouTube. I saw so many different builds for this with the new set. Read Reddit posts of what people thought. So it's not like I came up with these ideas. This idea, I believe I saw Cards from the Sky from Miguel Joker. And then Wall of D, I've seen a few decks play, and I just like it. So this is the 6th trap because you need a 6th trap for balance to work. It's good, but I just wish there was another counter trap. A 3rd Psalm Scolding might be good. I don't have a 3rd, but you're never going to be able to activate more than 2. Unless you get really lucky with Meltiel. The biggest problem with this deck, honestly, is the 3 cards. It's just Duel Links, basically. Like, in the TCG, this deck isn't that bad, especially now because they have newer support. But, like, You only have 3 zones, so Voltanis isn't that strong. You don't have any counter traps. You don't have a main phase too, so if you get the draws off Bountiful Artemis, you can't set your cards. Now, in terms of the other cards that she drops, let me just get to them really quickly if I go into release date. So, Taya drops some other cards which are pretty cool. Most notably, you know, if Voltanis is the best card, this is the second best card. Herald of Purple Light. Believe it's the only hand trap we have in the game. What does it do? During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a trap card, you send this card and one other fairy type monster from your hand to the graveyard and negate the activation. Now, it is technically a -1, but it activates from the hand, which is really cool. I think this card would have been a lot better if this deck existed in the Red Eye Zombie Burn Cyber Angel format, because all those decks, except for Cyber Angels, I guess, were pretty trap reliant. You know, Burn, not Monster Morph. What is that card called? Massive Morph, and all the other trap cards, Red Eye Zombie, Red Eye Spirit, and you know, Mirror Wall if they play stuff like that. So I think this card in the future could be good, but again, you only have 4 cards in your hand. You gotta discard 2. I'm not a big fan of discarding Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, especially in Duel Links, there aren't very many cards that you want to discard in this game. In the TCU, it's a bit different because you have cards that you want to discard, and you have more cards in your hand, and just a much wider card pool. In this game, it's not that great. And then I believe she also drops Light of Judgment, which is really interesting. So, if Sanction the Skies on the field, discard 1 light monster to the graveyard, apply one of the following effects. Look at your opponent's hand, discard 1 card, so that's cool, but it's a -1. Or send 1 card from control to the graveyard. Again, it's cool, but it is a -1. So, I don't know. I feel like Counter Fairies, the only new card that you can take advantage of right now is Voltanis. In the future, I think Herald of Purple Light has a lot of potential. And I don't know. I mean, you get 1 Voltanis by dueling Super Taya 15 times. You have to farm her too much. I don't believe you'll ever need more than 2 Voltanis, to be completely honest. I think Vandalion's better in every way. Either way, that's a lot of rambling about the deck. I try not to ramble that much about the deck. I just love Counter Fairies, man. I say this a lot. I know I say this a lot. But Counter Fairies are honestly one of my favorite decks in the game. I normally play 4, by the way. I've tested this deck a little bit, as you can see, and then I played like 5 or 6 games, and then I haven't played for 2 weeks. So I do apologize if we don't get a great game in Plat, but I'm trying my best. I'm also trying my best to get all of the Gladiator Beast cards. I don't have a single dare. I don't know what's up with this event. If it's just me, but I'm having such a hard time getting points. Like, I auto-duel the crap out of that event, and I'm like not even close to getting Darius. I'm like 15,000 points off, or 150,000 away, whatever it is. I have 3 requests though, so that's good. And we're going first. This deck is definitely a going first deck because you want to set your traps. So he has Mind Scan, which is actually really good against me. And now this is a good hand because what I'm going to do is, unfortunately I can't set my Super Rush because I have Scolding. So I'm going to activate Zaridas' effect. Now another thing you want to make sure when playing this deck, when you use Zaridas' effect, make sure you don't accidentally summon it. I've done that before. So yeah. Now we activate Sanctuary in the Sky. We're going to summon our Meltiel. That's a really cool Matty as well. I haven't seen that one yet. And unfortunately, we can only set the Stalin Scolding. We cannot set the Super Rush because then we can activate the Scolding. Now, if he, say, sets 2 cards or sets a card, summons a monster, I can summon Scolding and then Meltiel will destroy the back row, which is kind of cool. So he's going to Tribute to the Doomed. He's going to discard for cost. He's going to discard... Oh, we're playing Batterymen, I believe. I kind of have to Solemn Scolding this. I'm gonna do it. I mean, this puts... The way I look at it is if I saw him Scolding here, it's a -1 for him. So, I guess that's good. And I get 1,000. So, I'm only at 2,000, so it's gonna be hard for me to get another Scolding off. And I'm pretty vulnerable if he has a monster with above 1,600, which he does not. Now, Batterymen, that's a deck I really want to make a video on. However, I feel like my Duel Links is lagging a lot too. I don't know. However, I have not opened up a single box of the newest set. I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest. I would like to, I just don't really have the gems. And also, people have commented that I should make a video talking about the whole gem controversy with, like, the Brazilian community, whatever. Probably not going to do that. In a nutshell, well, that's a good card. That's a new card, too. This card just came out of the TCG. Like, a month ago. I don't know. So, I believe you send a Thunder to your graveyard, right? So if this card's special summon, you can send 1 Thunder from your deck to the graveyard. Thunder monster is normal, special summon the oldest monsters in the field. Special summon 1 Batteryman token. Okay. You target 1 Batteryman effect monster control in your graveyard. This card's name becomes that monster to the end phase. I have no idea what this deck does. Honestly. I just know that, what is this card? Solar Panel? Or just Solar? I know he's a good card. Microcell. Interesting. So he has double Solar. Okay. I wonder if Mind Scan is like a typical thing for Batterymen. I've never faced Batterymen deck. Or what skill they play. I don't know, we're kind of in an interesting format with Duel Links because, you know, Fur Hires are by far the, like, best deck. And then, like, you have, like, all these skills that are just not that good. Like, the only skill that I would say is actually good right now is Beatdown. Every other skill's kind of like, meh. Like, Beatdown's actually a really good skill. And then, like, just end your turn. And then you have, like, all these other decks who are just running a mishmash of skills. I mean, Balance is good, but, like, I don't know. I just miss having really good skills, man. Restart, such a good skill, but it was just too good, man. It was just too generic. Does he have Treacherous? Does this deck play Treacherous? No. Okay. So I can just kill him. Let me attack the attack position one first. Does he have a Wall of Disruption? No. Alright, let's attack the other one. I'll leave the token. I feel like the token is probably the least valuable monster inside the field. Because it is just a token. Alright. You know, I'll have to check. Are these Batterymen, are any of them SR? Because if it's all like R's, I might just build this deck. I don't know. I'm really saving gems for the next mini box. Because I feel like that mini box is going to be pretty good. Because it comes out right before Worlds. At least it's supposed to. That's what's speculated. They haven't revealed anything yet. I don't know. I'm waiting for it patiently. Well, not so patiently. I wish it would drop right now. So he's gonna summon Bro Hunter. This is an old card. I had one. I think I have one of these actually. I think it's from the same box as Gozuki. Tribute to the Doom. Okay. That's fine. He can't really do much to me though. I'm confused why he did that. And I drew the best card in my deck. That's nice. So I guess I'll kill this. Does he want me to kill this? Like, I'm confused. I'm gonna attack anyway. Because his back row was set from the turn prior, so if it was activatable, he would have activated it before. I don't see why he would have waited. Unless, is that Canadia? Okay, it's fine. How long did he not have a set card last turn? I'm confused. I'm pretty sure that card was set. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'll set my turn. He'll have one card in hand, and I'll have a negate. And negates are really good in Duel Links. Negates are really good in Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way. If you didn't know. Alright, so let's draw. We drew Vandalgion. That's amazing. I'm actually going to attack the face down, because if the effect activates, I can special summon Vandalgion. And Vandalgion's monster effect is I can special summon a monster from my graveyard, which would be really good. And my mic wire just fell over, so I do apologize if that made a sound. I've noticed my mic... Oh wow, he's a big boy. Interesting. I didn't know that was in this game either. I've noticed my mic's making a weird crackling sound at points, and I don't know what that's from, so I do apologize. It's not terribly noticeable. I notice it more when I'm editing. I don't know, man. So I know that the super big Batteryman is in this game. I forget what its name, though. Like Supercell, Microcell, something like that. Also, you can't cards from the Sky Vandalgion because it's a dark dragon. For some reason. I don't know why it's a dragon. Does it have dragon in its name? It does. But then again, Firewall Dragon is a dragon and it doesn't have dragon in its name. So you never know. Alright, let's... Oh, I can only attack that one! Hold the phone! I'm gonna Super Rush then. Screw it. I have to. I have to Super Rush it. I should win this game. Because I can just negate whatever he wants to do. And I have a Wall of D face down, and I have Vandalgion, and I have a cards from the sky. So, yeah. I was also thinking about playing more than 20 cards, but are you kidding me? I'm gonna negate that, and then destroy his other monster, and then summon Vandalgion. He shouldn't be able to win here. So I'll gain 1,000. I'll destroy this guard, and then Vandalgion's effect's gonna activate. Also in an attack mode, and then I'll use his effect to... Wait, what? What? Oh, I negated a spell, not a monster. That's why I got confused. So there's Batteryman Industrial Strength. I believe he can banish a monster I control. Is that it? Oh, he banishes 2. Okay, I think I lose now. I think he tried to bait the Econ. I think he top decked the Industrial Strength and wanted to bait the Econ. You dirty, dirty dog. I have to use this and hope I draw something really good. I did draw something really good. Okay. I think I still lose, though. I thought I had that, I'm not gonna lie. And then the Industrial Strength just came out. Is this once per turn? Yeah, once per turn. We play a Thunder, trigger 1 monster and 1 spell. That's so good. That's a really good card. Wow. And I lose. I don't know what I could have done differently. Because, like, if I let him take my Meltiel, I can't negate anything, really. I don't know, there's nothing I could have done. That's a really interesting deck, though. Batterymen. Probably the best thing out of the new box. I know Gem Knights are really cool. Gem Knights are gonna be good for a long time. Mark my words. There's gonna be a time where Gem Knights are relevant. It's not really today, but maybe tomorrow. You know. Let's get another duel here. See how it goes. I'm not gonna. If I said this already, it's really hot down here. I don't want to turn my fan on because you'll hear it. But yeah, let me continue being a scrub in plat. I remember playing in the airport. I was on vacation and I was in the airport because there was a delay. And then free Wi-Fi and I was playing. I would like win a game, lose a game, win a game. That's why I'm still plat 4. I did not rank up, did not D-rank. Just plat 4 ever since the season started. That's your boy. So I just lost in the dumbest way. Not going to include that. I did rank down to a 30 card deck that was just playing random beat sticks. He set Pump Princess of Ghosts first turn. I attack into it. He summoned the 1850 Dino, Evil Swarm, whatever, and just sat on it. And I couldn't attack over. He wasn't attacking into me. He had 30 cards in his deck. I don't play 30 cards. I lost. And I'm pretty embarrassed about that loss. Did I play this guy already? Okay, no, just same mat, same character. Alright, so what are we doing here? Let's see, this is a good hand. Activate this. Summon you. Normal summon, not activate the effect. And I will set the Divine Punishment, and I will set the Solemn Scolding in the event that I can activate both from the same turn. Transversely, if I activate Divine Punishment on his turn, I can then activate Solemn Scolding on my turn. So sometimes you do want to set Scolding with something else, but not all the time. Also, we did not see his skill. I swear, if you're playing extra, I'll be sadly touchy uncle. That's quite the name. You can't see that because the log's covered from my overlay. I'm going to try to start streaming Duel Links, by the way. I know I've been saying that for like 2 weeks, but link to my Twitch channel is in the description in case you guys want to check it out. Alright, so he's going to draw a card. Now, he's going to activate Hatronade. I'm going to negate that. Now, it is only set cards, so it's not going to turn my Sanctuary in the Sky. But I don't trust him. I don't trust what he's got going on. Is it for hires? Wow, must be nice. What is this? Photon Booster? Is this a mirror match? Should I get this? Attack of all monsters currently on the field. Oh, no, he's activating this, not that. I'm gonna negate that. I don't think he could get over me. That's why you set both of them sometimes, by the way. Because you might have to use them both. Are you kidding me? Is this actually happening to me? Does he have a Ra in his hand? Or Slifer?
Let the fun begin.
Is this real life? What is going on? I swear, if you have... Oh my god. Well, that doesn't help you. You don't get anything that can boost your attacks. What? What am I missing? Oh, he just gave up. He just gave up. He's like, you got the 2 negates? Can't do anything about that, man. That's the, like, this deck is literally the epitome of you have to get a good hand. I know it's a card game, there's RNG in every opening hand, but, like, this deck, more than any other deck I played, like, you need a good hand. Because if you have a hand with no counter traps, you lose. Transverse, the other hand, with counter traps but no sanctuary in the sky, you lose. You have Psalm Scolding but no monster, you kind of lose. So like there's, the stars have to align a little bit too perfectly for this deck. And this guy's like, damn, my Unga Bunga Raw deck didn't work. I do apologize in this video that you guys didn't really get to see this deck to its full power. I think the first game was pretty good, even though we lost. And then the second game lasted like 15 minutes, and I'm not going to include it because it was a horrible game. And it's really hot, and I don't know, I'm going to revisit this deck again. I want to revisit with Herald the Purple Light, just test it out, because in theory I think it's bad right now, but that's just in theory, man. In theory I thought Fur Hires were tier 3 at best. I was dearly wrong with that. Maybe I'm wrong with Herald. And as you can see, I haven't really played a lot this season, because I just got my 7th stamp. So either way, that'll be it for today. Next video will hopefully be Glad Beast. If I can get, I just want to get one Darius, man. I was testing Glad Beast without Darius, and it was pretty fun. I just want that Darius. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you guys think of counter Fairies. Anything you want to improve with the build or change with the build, or is my build just bad? I don't know. See you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day.